Over here, these are my purple beans. This is the one that came up, and it came up in the shade, which is what I'm going to use to plant them. These are my runner bean. These are my purple bean seeds, I think. But I'm going to plant them. Yeah, I think it's purple because this whole shell is purple pod bean. So I'm going to plant them out, and hopefully I'll get some beans. I'm way late. These usually start producing fruit in February, and here I am in May. This is where I'm planting the beans. I know it doesn't look like a good spot, but I'm gonna take these branches of last year's sorghum and I'm going to tie them together in a teepee and plant the beans around it. Okay, so you see at the bottom there, it's still the wide little shape. And then I just tied it up, gathered it up with my hand and tied it up with a little gardener string. And that leaves the few little seeds that are on the top. Any bird that wants to come by and eat the last of that, you're probably thinking it's no big deal. But having some food in my garden for the birds means that they won't eat my little new plants, because I'm hoping they prefer sorghum seeds to seedlings. This is a little hole from the white cabbage butterfly. In Southern California, there's no need to spray against this guy. These beans will definitely outgrow this creature, and it won't even stop. I'm eating the leaves too, so I want to show you. If you're going to pick bean leaves, you see those little leaflets starting there? You don't take down the whole bean. You just take the leaf off with your hand right there. And then the new leaves will come from that center part there. So you see that? The new leaves will come from that center part there. And since I know that the white cabbage moth is eating my leaves as well as myself, I only take off a few, maybe. You don't even notice that I harvested leaves from here. And that way it can encourage the plant to give me new leaves. So I just wanted to share. When I was picking my leaves down at the bottom, the little cabbage butterfly moth was hopping from leaf to leaf as I would pick a leaf. So it's funny, but I don't know if the birds got him or not. If I see him again, I'll put him on video. He's green, but he eats all the food in my garden, and there's plenty for me. It is time to start cooking up some green beans. Mine are purple, but when they're cooked, they will be green. So let us just go on in here. Once you start picking them, you have to pick them often. And here's the trick. You don't want to disrupt your vine, because you don't want to accidentally snap off your beautiful beans. So you want to be very, very careful here. And I just use this finger to pull off this lovely, lovely purple bean. And like last year, I'm gonna sing the bean song while I pick these lovely beans. Beans, beans, good for your heart. Beans, beans. These are a little small. I could wait another day for that. They make you fart. The more you eat 'em, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. Here we have a good one. And I'm going to slow-mo this because I want you to see it. The first and most important thing to harvesting bean is to find them. As we look, this is what a bean plant will look like. You will not see those lovely string beans unless you delve behind the thick leaves that are shading them. Here we have the bean. So make sure you push your leaves back and check for beans. My beans are purple, so they are easier to spot. But with green beans, you might not have even seen them after pushing back. A upon finding the bean. The next issue we have, these beans are growing low on the vine because it's hot and they're protecting the seed. So if I rip this bean off the plant, I will essentially destroy my plant for future harvest. Because the whole bean plant, it's a very thin, see the thin vine? If that rips off, no more beans. So this technique is very important. I'm gently untangling the beans from the vine so that I make sure that I do not break the vine that will be a source of pounds of string beans. I am picking it out, making sure that it is not attached or connected to the vine that it is growing on. Then I place my index finger on the back of the where the bean is located, and my thumb is in juxtaposition, and I do a pulling technique. You see that? That finger is now taut with the string that the bean is growing on. And now I'm going to simply take my thumb and push down on that bean so there is no pressure on the vine, only on the bean. And we will see, with some work and effort, because the most important thing is to preserve that vine for future harvest. The leaf keeps on coming in the way. The leaves are growing to protect the string beans from being scalded and burned. So I'm sorry you can't see this any better, but I am pulling on the string bean only on the string bean, not on the vine. I am actually pushing back with the index finger from the vine so that the vine feels no tug or pull and there's no chance of it breaking. The more you eat 'em, the better you feel. So eat your beans with every meal. Beans, beans, good for your heart. Beans, beans, they make you fart. The more you eat 'em, the better you feel. So eat your beans with every meal. Now, I am demonstrating that you have to push the leaves back to find your beans. It can be a huge crop of beans. Just underneath the surface is a huge crop of life-sustaining, health-providing beans, and we need them. Well, here I am at the finish of the harvest on the last bean plant. And I'd like to thank you for watching this video to the very end. Did you grow some beans? Are you going to grow some next year? Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful, and take a look at my other garden videos.